Breaking news, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett versus Tony Ferguson is scheduled for UFC 296 per Dana White. Now, this is one of those things where it's goodbye, man. This is goodbye to Tony Ferguson. This is going to be a great career laid to rest against Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Listen. Part of me wants to say maybe Tony could turn back the clock for the one fight, but I feel like if there was a fight where he was going to do that, it was going to be against Bobby Green, and that's not at all what happened against Bobby Green. Bobby Green pieced him up, and not only that, he submitted him, which is something that would have never been said 10 years ago. In 2014, 2015, any way you want to do it, when Tony Ferguson was in his prime, if you had said, oh, I think Bobby Green submits him if they get matched up with each other, people would have looked at you like you had 5 heads, because it's an absolutely ridiculous statement. However, in 2023, with time, Father Time is undefeated. Tony Ferguson did lose in such a way, and it is what it is. Paddy the Baddy is a better grappler than Bobby Green. Paddy, if he gets Tony Ferguson's back at all, is going to be a big problem, and I think he's going to do damage from there. However, the one thing about this is that Paddy the Baddy's striking isn't great. If you watched it against Jared Gordon, it wasn't great. He was getting clipped with some shots, and he's been inactive, nursing an injury, and I believe he has surgery on the injury and things like that. So Paddy has not been active. It will be his comeback fight against a big name in Tony Ferguson, yeah, but it's kind of the ghost of Tony Ferguson in a sense. He's running on fumes at this point. It's no longer the Tony Ferguson, it's shades of him. So with that said, Paddy should be able to get the job done if he is truly who he says he is and things like that. He should win this fight against Tony. Tony's saving grace is just the striking. Maybe he's able to strike with Paddy, beat up the legs. But honestly, Tony Ferguson had a really good jab back in the day versus, let's say, Rafael dos Anjos. If you want to see peak Tony Ferguson, go watch the Rafael dos Anjos fight, and you'll see how damn good Tony Ferguson was. And he doesn't look anything like that anymore. His jab is he wasn't able to find it against Bobby Green, which is crazy to me. It just is what it is. That's really Tony's big saving grace, is the striking. Maybe he could keep it standing and beat Paddy Pimblett there, but I just think Paddy at this point in his career versus Tony at his point in his career, listen guys, don't get me wrong, prime versus prime, Tony Ferguson wins this fight all day, but it ain't prime versus prime. It's prime versus way on the decline, okay? So that's my take on this. I'm going with Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Do I hope I'm wrong? Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do hope that I'm wrong and Tony Ferguson can turn back the clock. But again, if there was anyone he was going to turn the clock back against, it was going to be Bobby Green. And I don't know. I don't see it happening against Paddy Pimblett. Maybe he does. It is what it is. This is MMA. Anything could happen. It's a crazy sport. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree with me, disagree with me, it does not matter. Just join the discussion and please follow for more. Thank you.